तेरी कायनात है, मिल रहा है चैन यहाँ, मिल रही निजात है। क्या खूब ये रूहानी मुल्क तेरी कायनात है।
Welcome, Sister Mohini. So, on behalf of all the Divine Family of Australia, many of us are still in classrooms because it's just post the morning muli. We'd like to welcome you with a very big and loving heart. And I think you've been a guiding light for the whole world during the COVID period. And every night you've been speaking to the Americas, but I think people in all corners of the world, including this part of the world, have been listening to the beautiful classes that have been coming through. And yesterday we listened to such a sweet muli from Bap Dada. I think it touched me very deeply. And when Baba said that you should serve through three forms, being knowledgeful, powerful and loveful, I was thinking of you as a wonderful sort of example to us that when we serve in those three forms, it has a huge impact. The words go deep and it inspires. So Moni Ben, really on behalf of everyone in this part of the world, we'd like to welcome you with so much love. And we've just made the class for 1 hour, just up until, I think it's 7 p.m. your time. I know you have other commitments, so thank you so much for your time. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Om Shanti. I am so happy when I knew that I have to come to Australia. I'm joining you. I had 2 trips to Australia and very beautiful memories start coming, but also whole thought and experience came of a long trip to Australia. First I went to Fiji, once for New Zealand, Fiji, and then to Australia. And because we lose so many hours, so when I was given program, I keep asking, is it 2 days, tomorrow? I was lost in my days. But there's so much to prepare to make such a trip with food for the journey and keeping oneself well. But this trip to this now, for you morning, for us evening, is an easy trip because doesn't need really much to prepare or jet lag. I must say that when I look at Baba, then I look at all of you, I must say that you all are very, very lovely souls. Baba's children, you are very lucky. And most important quality which is needed, that you are always very happy. I always see souls from Australia when they come to Madhuban, and of course during my visit, that everyone is very, very happy. Right? Am I right? You all are very happy. Can I see hands? Yes, very, very happy, very lucky, and very lovely. If really at this time we look at the list of happiness, make a list what really should keep us happy. Baba has given us time Really, it's a bonus time. I exactly don't know the situation in Australia, but here, majority of the people are working from home. They are together in family, because children are also studying from home. Families who had never eaten lunch together, today they all are eating lunch, dinner together. And I feel the same is with us in our spiritual family, VK family. Even physically, we're not able to meet because most of the centers are closed in whole Americas, all Americas. Some countries gradually they are opening up, like Trinidad, but majority of the centers are closed. In USA, we were allowed 25% of gathering in congregation, like churches and religious places. But now we are closing also because it's not good. So whatever is happening in the world outside, there's so much fear. I think maybe that is the way when we feel that in English we say death, but in Hindi we say kal. You see kal all over, all over. Today they announced there is no bed in any hospital in USA. So what people do? But for us not to be influenced by that and really, really use our every thought, every moment to serve my own self, to complete and be what Baba wants us to be. And of course, then the power which we are accumulating, which each thought, then we serve the world. One day I was thinking that when we say we are becoming angels, so what is happening in the sense of, so what am I doing as an angel? Then I thought that whatever we have cultivated within the thought, whatever I have cultivated, maybe I had been practicing to be peaceful, I had been practicing Lord to be loveful. So that thought, when I send or when I think towards whether some individuals or any kind of service, it's like angel is going, thought is like angel there. Because how can I fly, It's the thought which will fly and will touch those souls, help those souls. So Baba has given us time, really, bonus time, so that we can make our stage complete. I have one habit since childhood, but now also I talk to Baba a lot. Of course, whatever my feelings are, and then I try to listen to Baba, whatever signals I get. So I'm asking Baba, Baba, what is next? You tell. Because everyone asks, no, what is going to happen? What's going to happen? What's the future of spaces, our Baba's homes and even otherwise. So Baba asked me, what you think should happen? So of course, even being in the world, knowing little bit, but in USA, you all know our transition could be really, really very serious of our leadership. But I said, Baba, give little break in the sense of the way people are suffering. And I know that Baba says is drama and karmic accounts, so give little break. So Baba smiles at me and says, for whom you asking break? For yourself, means Brahmin family, for Lokik world. So I said also for Lokik world, because it's lot of suffering. People might just imagine in the richest country, homeless, all streets will be full when people won't be able to pay rents. And I mean, that's what will be happening if things doesn't change little bit. Mm. So as I said that, I encourage everyone, all of us, talk to Baba, but don't wait to get answers, right? Sometimes we want answer immediately. For me, I just talk to Baba, and then the answers, of course, could come in form of clear thoughts. It can be some kind of emerging scenes in front of us. Many different ways Baba answers. And especially these days, it's both ways. Baba is very incognito, invisible, in the sense we don't see him in Madhuban, but on other side, he is very present. Because what I feel at this time, God's role in the world and God's role for all of us whom he has adopted. We have committed our life to Baba, as Baba calls us his helpers. So we are his helpers. So Baba will somewhere, like some kind of scenes emerge. That means Baba is very much present. And his presence is in few ways I experience. One is, of course, what I find that the Baba's task, Baba's seva, whatever task is happening, is Baba's energy. It's Baba's pure love, Baba's purity, Baba's love, making things happen. Really, what I find, of course, whatever Charlie Bai said, I don't take really any credits for whatever is happening in the evening since 8 months now. But what I find that he's fulfilling our spiritual needs internally, but also providing sustenance to the family. I liked it was in one of Avyakt Murli recently when Baba said, you are all the world of my drishti. That means my drishti. We are in the world of Baba's drishti. Baba's drishti is on each one of us. I mean, I have never offered so many times bhog as in 8 months, because it's quite a big family in the evening. So Thursday evening, I offer bhog and get some short experience, short message, which I share with everyone. And every time, what I find that how not only that we all are well, we all are okay, emotionally, spiritually, physically, but Baba is taking care of his task also. So we should never feel that Baba is little far, we can't see Baba, but actually his presence is much more now. Not only that, but I see Brahma Baba as angel, very active, very active. Even in my how many times during day I think of Brahma Baba. And whenever very subtle doubts come about one's own personal spiritual journey, will I become perfect? What will happen to us? We really on it's like very subtly some things arise. I always look at Brahma Baba. He completed his journey. And luckily for about 11 years, I met Brahma Baba very often. Sometimes was every month, sometimes I went very often. Baba invited me for something or other. And I saw how he became awake. I saw he became angelic. And I immediately say, if my father completed journey, he became complete, he became aware. He remained karma yogi until last day. He answered all the letters and he took evening class. So it's like an example for us we think of, but also assurance. We all will have to complete, we will complete our journey. That means we will reach to that stage of perfection. We will become aware. We don't need to have silence for days, but I always follow Brahma Baba that I have to remain karma yogi. Whatever are my duties, whatever are my responsibilities, I fulfill. I do it very regularly because whatever we are holding in Baba's task, we have to continue to hold, not only hold, but sustain it properly. So I take full interest in whatever administration, whether it's or whatever, because I am here kind of leading role. So I kind of put my interest, and because if I lose interest in anything, then it will affect so many. And then Baba's task will definitely will have some effect. So looking at Brahma Baba, and then lot of presence of ancestor souls. I have feeling that as the task will be completing, their role is also is to sustain us in some way. And sometimes I really kind of smile to Dadi Prakashmani as she's in front of me. Then I say, oh, wow, what am I doing? But I feel the presence. Whatever Dadi Janki said, used to tell me, I feel that's what I am completing now. I couldn't do what Dadi Janki said. You all know that very good ones also used to wonder when Dadi will say so they will come to me and say, what she's expecting from me. I say she's expecting us to keep moving on and do whatever our maximum capacity is. Many things she will tell me, and I say, Dadi, I just say Dadi and smile because at that time I felt no. Don't say no. I have never said no, honestly, to any senior. I believe in acceptance. I don't know if people call it obedience, but I say it's acceptance. I always had that thought that whatever they're saying is their vision for us and we should listen it without feeling challenged. So I will hear her. And now I feel that is it she making it happen or not? Because, when Baba became awake, a lot of people in the village and also those who knew us, they will say their Baba is gone. Let's see what they will do now. They won't last for long. And then when Dadi Prakashmani came, her energy of enthusiasm and lightness and love and unlimited intellect, because that's what Brahma Baba expected from her. You remember the story she tells that she went for printing, or in Japan, they said, okay, let's print 1,000 of these pictures, old original pictures of cycle and tree. Baba, oh, baby intellect, at least 5,000, at least 10,000. And all that had to be shipped. It's not they had money. But everything he said, when people accept it, was happening. I have so many thousands of experiences. And same now I'm finding with dadis also, our ancestor souls. And I don't feel only as ancestor soul. I feel their care as an angel. Because I think you all know that one of the most important uh, element, I should say, or quality with love is care. And that care is so much there. When we go to Madhuban, any center, anywhere, there's natural feeling of care. So just this question of, one thing we have to be very careful, not allow any subtle kind of weak thoughts, not negative thoughts. Sometimes very subtly the weak thoughts of any kind, in form of questions, it could be form of subtle doubts, should not be there now. Because now is the time to receive maximum. Now is the time to do maximum. But it's only when I receive that I can give, right? Because this is not, like Baba said, it's not through intellect you can just keep sustaining yourself by giving more knowledge or giving people more knowledge. Baba said it's not just through words, but my attainments, my experiences. So while receiving, I remember Dadi Janki used to say, these leaks have to be fixed completely. I do not allow even one single thought. You might be surprised, but I'm little bit maybe extreme, to go in any other direction than just look forward, move forward. Baba has given me time. But also, when we do this evening Avyakti program, we create something light also, because we feel there are many, many who are sitting alone at the center in the families. Some are not physically well. Some are in difficult situations with their body, to keep them happy and little bit entertained. And surprisingly, yesterday I tried to meet the team, Avyakti Parivar team. They are all young people, all young, 13, 15, 18, 20. And one group I met was those, we have 7 language translations. Recently, Thailand joined, so we do theirs too. So it's like 7 language. So in the beginning, YouTube used to be only English. A lot of people were saying, but what about us? So now it is in all 7 languages. So we have to find how to do it, the translation. So now we found out if somebody can record that translation. So some translators offer themselves, and there is other group. I met them. They were about 18, 20 of them, very young ones. They do recording, and then it comes, then our person of YouTube. That means the way everyone functions. But then when I woke up this morning, I had such a beautiful feeling after meeting them, because no one has recognition. I even don't know many of them. Sister Bhumi and one or two with her, they make contacts and they know each one of them. But I felt that most important at this time is experience of godly family. We are one family, godly family. And then I suddenly, I think after a long time, I felt I am in golden age. And in golden age, we are like a beautiful family where there is love, there is harmony, there is joy. And I was for about hour before Amrit Vela, because Amrit Vela officially is 4, but I wake up whenever. And then I had this 1 hour of beautiful experience. And I thought I will share whomsoever I can. And so beautiful experience of golden age heaven where it's so much. So whenever we get these few minutes of gap, I use them for reflections. So maybe you all also went to golden age? Hmm. Yes. So because as we seeing the extreme in the world, so we know that transformation, transition has to happen. So in golden age, like there will be so much joy. There are, happiness in Hindi we call it khushi. You are happy, but joyful. Baba uses word super senses joy, but joy really sukh. And I don't know how to get exact words. So generally they say happiness for both, but this is a very deep feelings of joy. You know, happiness is okay. I got something. I'm successful. I'm very happy. Could also based on some external achievements, but this is deeper, deeper within the joyful state, which I had been experiencing. But this morning was amazing, and I feel that all of us could now start feeling within and also in our spaces. Like I felt this big room there, and within this room, it's like all of us full of joy, full of happiness. So because I saw these young people and I said, well, then when I meet translator group, they are quite big groups because we give them twice a week to translate, not every evening, so that, they not. And surprisingly, not a single one has been drawn or said, I am tired or I can't do. Not a single one. It's such a beautiful energy. There are many of them. Every group has 20, 30. Very, very young ones create video clip for self-respect every evening. She is very creative. She's only 13. So I start feeling that these young ones, as if it's not just the teaching, but they're getting so much opportunity and they are so happy. They are so happy to do whatever they're doing. Of course, one of the main coordinator is Sister Bhumika, who stays with me. You will be surprised. She does all my medical treatment 4 days a week. She takes care of all my personal physical needs, including this whole thing with such big coordination. But she feels it's good that Baba is using her every moment. So Baba is very present. So keep your heart very open, and with this open heart, just keep receiving, keep witnessing how God is functioning. So first, as I said, God's pure energy, God's divine energy is really making things happen. So one thought came in my mind, which I shared because from South Africa, they were planning something for January. So they called and say, if I can give a thought, what kind of bhatti? And then this global silence retreat is happening. They also wanted to know. And I said to them, immediately thought came and I said, let me share heart-to-heart conversation with God for Lokik also January programs, but for all Brahmins, heart-to-heart conversation with comforter of heart Baba. Because I thought, let's say what I have to say for Baba, whether it's achievements, whether my weaknesses, whether where I feel that my capacity is limited, and it's like my heart gets lighter, lighter completely, so that I can receive more. And then self-reflections, heart-to-heart conversation with the self. Like many people ask me that, do you ever in 60 years thought about this life is difficult? I said, never. I knew his choice between two difficulties, whether you go in the world or you go here. But I decided to choose this difficulty because it fulfills my purpose. It makes a lot of sense to me to live what I'm living for now than before. So, and then our conversation heart to heart with people, what we are giving to them. And we are working on that. But for January, then as Brother Charlie said, Baba gave us homework that to be like Baba. So that also can be included for month of January. We do some very, very beautiful practices and experiences. And so this is the time to really keep ourselves very open, very clean, very light, because it is both ways. We know the future and we don't know what is next moment. So once Dadi Janki told Baba, why don't you tell us little bit in advance? Hmm? So that, you know, Baba said, Baba has told you everything, but Baba cannot tell you what's going to happen next hour because it's a real drama. He said, Baba, you said it is fixed, so you should know. Baba said, but you are now playing part in a real way. You're not puppets like playing from the last scale. Of course it is. But then this is real. You're ordaining even now the part which you are playing. Even you are playing predestined, but it is to be destined now. So you have to know it. And one thing I always loved was my hobby since I came to Baba was using power of yoga. So what I am also, we will take a topic on that what time we got now is to change knowledge into power. Gyan bal, knowledge is light. So look into listening knowledge, listening to Baba's Murli. How I change knowledge into light and power. Yoga, Yog Bal, I really believe that maximum you can do what Baba calls it now, Mansa Seva, but it is the power of yoga. And we will go in detail. This topic recently came in my mind that how I am using power of yoga, whether it is for my karmic settling, becoming free from obstacles, or even there are some obstacles which are, whatever reason they come in front within the family and how to help there. Even when you are physically not present, but use power of yoga. And then how do I then change virtues into power? So when Baba said today, knowledgeful, loveful, powerful, and I know that Australian families is known and must be, because when I came, I had met many, many of you, many sisters. And I got so connected in the sense of they will just say, "You are our real sister." I said, "Of course we are real sisters. We're not artificial." What I meant is our love is very true love. We had been together, like I had been with Dadis and everyone 60 years of my life. 60 years plus now to another 2 years. So loveful. Where Baba today said, everyone feels they belong to this family. But I have to feel I belong to this family. When I came to Baba, I said, my family, my yagya. So I don't expect, I like to share my yagya, so it's like my family. And luckily I had spiritual family and Lokik gets included anyway. In Lokik, Alaukik doesn't get included, but in spiritual Lokik also get connected. So they get served also. So when we get this power, so when Baba said service through the mind is this power which works. That means I'm speaking the words of knowledge. That's word service through words. But then what I have cultivated within or inculcated within me. So those words, because of that accumulation or cultivation, as Baba said, today treasures of all the powers, Master Almighty, then the words definitely will have that power from the thoughts. So when there is love, there is power, and then we speak words. Words really have lot impact. And I had shared before in one of the evening that Didi Mohini was my personal or in our Delhi in charge. Very personal teaching she will give you. Not knowledge, teachings. We call it shiksha, like parents teach you. They are not like education, but they are like personal teachings or instructions. She was very attentive when we said anything. Even if one word I said was not of that elevated, oh, you didn't bless that soul. You didn't give blessings. That's not a blessing. And I know it has gone so much in my head. So, what is that means our words with the power of yoga or mind will become word of blessings for everyone. I know that some will go to Dadi and tell so many things, Dadi, this is happening. And so what Dadi says in the end, everything will be okay. So some were intellectuals were little frustrated. Oh, we thought Dadi will tell us more. Now what will Dadi tell you? It's your business and everyone has different karmic accounts. So, and I have experiment in 1986. Brother Charlie was here when we did culmination of Million Minutes of Peace Appeal. We were few students with few resources here. And we did a big program. We hired buses from where money kept coming and all that. But one thing Dadis said, both Dadis were here. I said, Daddy, this is what really we don't have program. We have hall. And of course, we don't have thousands of dollars those days. In 86, we had limited resources. It will be okay. Everything will be okay. And I thought, let me do it with blind faith and repeat this in my mind. So I will, anyone comes to me, Sister Mohini, this is, oh, it will be okay. I said, let me use their Maha Mantra. But it was really blessing. Our time is limited, but whatever we were not able to accomplish, I took this mantra, everything will be okay. We got singer, because every singer won 12,000. Oh, he said, we don't charge nor we pay. We're not charging people, so we can't pay. We won't pay. So who wants to sing? Hmm. But then after that is left, not left, we send them to Washington for a day so that when they come back, our act is together. And there was a one nice singer. He said, oh, I will sing. Just give me some little expenses. Just to put audio in that stage, they were asking 60,000 because it was 10,000, big hall of for 10,000. We said, oh, from where we bring 60,000? Then somewhere, someone got sponsored. And the sole one who was assistant dean at that time, Canon Kess, and he's still in contact because every week we do a silence retreat with some of the contact souls, and he always joins him. He's 90 plus, and he always mentions his first twice he went to Madhuban. That means first soul, that soul which was served for that program to get the hall, is still with us. So I do believe, and I think if we all think little bit in a subtle way, serving through the thoughts, words, and actions together is possible. Same is karma yoga, right? Now, if you have whatever you're doing, do it with love and lot of good feelings, bhavana. Do it with love and bhavana, and you see abundance. Your every action brings unlimited success. And that is why I like the definition of Baba, which we all are, stars of success. Star of success means destroyer of obstacles. It is obstacles which are not allowing things to happen in a way it should be successful. So internally, if I keep destroying obstacles, which is only possible as power of yoga, right? So success really is becoming free from obstacles, and then you are star of success all the time. So it is very important and to change, to become powerful, to be loveful, and then to serve through our words, thoughts, actions. That means even in while doing karma yoga, just use this pure bhavana. Mm. And these days, every pure thought you have, it doesn't have any desire. Yeah. And all these people in Avyakti Parivar, I see them young ones. They are selfless. They are altruistic young ones. They're not looking for status or role or position or recognition. Most of them say, please don't mention my name. I don't want to be known. Sometimes some countries request, can we see them? Can we hear from them? But they don't want to even show their face. They say, no, we are happy to do in an incognito way. But they are pure feelings. Someone told me that even big companies to produce a show every evening for 8 months is not possible. One or two producers call us and you produce show every evening. I say, I don't know. I myself is amazed with the team. They selflessly, tirelessly, how they're working and everything they are able to put together. Because these inner obstacles, whatever is there, and then if I belong to Baba, if desires, whatever good wishes we have, if they are beneficial for me, they will be fulfilled. And if they are not being fulfilled, just still be very happy. For me, if I think something doesn't work out, I say, well, that must be better not, didn't got fulfilled. But I don't sulk. I don't have complaint for anyone ever in my life. because of you, or even blame myself. Okay, that's good, very good. So words could become blessings and thoughts get accomplished, and we inspire everyone as a karma yogi. These days you cannot and should not ask anything or not say, hmm, but inspired. When people are inspired, they can do anything. But if you kept telling them, do this, then they do, then sit, and what is next now? And those who are inspired, they can continuously keep doing. And that could happen through our being karma yogis. Mm. So I think we all have all those qualities. Every one of us have all the virtues. But today Baba said, become complete. That means I have patience, but 10% maybe less. So now I pay attention that 10% is recovered. We all have tolerance, we all have love. I think each one of us, being God's child, inherit all the virtues and all the powers. Only what we have to do now is to be complete. Sampan really means complete and then perfect. Because when I am complete, then my everything what I am performing will be perfect. So our love for Baba is unlimited. We are more and more recognizing that how drama is so beneficial. Our good friend, good teacher also, and then also our unlimited family. Just imagine in the whole world, all of us are together, even physically, different countries. Yes, we all have different culture. But the last two words, what is needed most is this inner harmony amongst all of us. Whole thing, energy of love and harmony, which really the golden age is about. And that's only possible with two words, two practices. I don't know how many of you do, but we do 2-3 times drill of these 5 forms. I do very often of eternal self. Whenever I have something to decide or there are few thoughts what to do, I don't think much. I just start doing my drill of eternal form with 3 words of purity, love, and peace. Eternally as a soul, that's what I am. And then I look at other one. Eternally, we all are this. Spread some vibrations, and then I decide and I feel that's called like akarmi. That means you are not for this or not this, like this, like you go beyond all that. And then what I start experiencing from that eternal form when I practice many times, I think, it's just like you have to look at your scale and you put it right. Anything you start, you look at. So same is with eternal form. Then your Adi form, the form of original form, start emerging. And I really feel very good when I find that from eternal, original is emerging. And original is, of course, our divine, our sanskars of air soul, inheriting from Baba. Beautiful experiences of divine family, everything start emerging. So these two practices I do has become like, no, anytime I have to decide, I say, let me for a moment go in my eternal state. And all these practices, doing often during, they help us to remember Baba, to remain loveful, and always able to see what elevated is emerging in front of us. And of course, every day there is news of few are dying, few are sick. And so we have started in the evening, half an hour, just for sending Sakash to all members of the family, and of course to the world too, because that brings a lot of satisfaction. I realize that how many people I can, of course, replying email is all right, but so many every day. This one is dying. This one got sick. This one had this. So I said, let's do one time. I told other centers, let's all do half an hour for all those who are not emotionally, physically, spiritually well, to help them, to give them Sakashya with them. So I must say that it's very lovely. I don't know, I didn't want to take a topic or anything, but share what my feelings are at present. And I must say that we are under Baba's Drishti, world of Baba's Drishti. Feel that Drishti, just look at Baba, and Baba is for us and with us. Brother Charlie also is an amazing example of love, fearless, and very non-judgmental. And of course, I know that Australians have this characteristic in general of remaining light and happy. So my good wishes and Baba's love to all of you. And really thank you. So many times I had to say no because time difference and my physical limits, but I really wanted to do it. And I know it's not maybe very good time, but it worked very well with me. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thanks, Baba. Om Shanti, Brother Chang.
Thank you so much, Mohini Ben. I think, listening to you, I was just feeling we're sitting with you in White House in New York. It was so homely. There was such a lovely family feeling. And I was really experiencing that, the wisdom touches the intellect, but the feelings really behind the wisdom really create such an atmosphere. And I've always been amazed how, even through our computers, how you can really feel connected and close. And so it was like, I think we felt we traveled to New York to be with you. So Mohini Ben, thank you so much. I know how busy you are and you've given your extremely valuable time. So on behalf of each of everyone here, we would just love to finish with just maybe 2 minutes Drishti, if you can just share 2 minutes Drishti. And thank you to Sister Bhumi and all the team, because they've been so wonderful as they always are. So thank you, Mohini Ben. And if we can all just take a few minutes of powerful Drishti.
जो प्यार मिला मुझे तुमसे, जो प्यार मिला मुझे तुमसे, वर्णन करूं मैं कैसे मुख से। जो प्यार मिला मुझे तुमसे, वर्णन करूं मैं कैसे मुख से। ये दिल जानता है बाबा, दिखता है जो नैनों के नूर से। जो प्यार मिला मुझे तुमसे।
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti. Thank you.